to another episode of No Capping and All Drip. I'm your man Bailey.
It's your boy Carmine Keith.
And we got a special guest tonight. Introduce yourself.
How y'all doing? I'm Alexandra.
Just Alexandra?
Alexandra, hashtag.
What's the nickname?
Everybody calls me hashtag, just for my last name.
What's your last name?
Hadesing. So you try and spell that, it just looks like a bunch of jumbled letters.
So hashtag, we go with
yeah,
that.
hashtag. So.
All right. Well, what's your handle on Instagram or any other social media?
All right. So y'all can follow me on Instagram at _Alexandra.hx. My photography page, Lex Lens _, and then my Facebook page hashtag Lex.
She got it all.
Yeah.
I don't know if people
She's
still use
hashtagged
Facebook.
up. I still use Facebook.
What?
Friends,
You old as hell
family,
though. That's why you old.
and polls, bruh. This next episode is gonna be crazy. I sent you that one email, right? I mean the text. Did you read it?
He's
I got a lot of
Oh, man.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. So, hey, we back. It's a wonderful day. I'm fucked up already. I'll be back.
What you going to grab?
Huh? I ain't grabbing nothing.
Oh, the AC. We about to sweat it out.
Oh, it's not. I had 68. I'm back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we got a lot of stuff going on. First and foremost, let's say happy summer, because summertime is 100% underway. It's gone. I see people vacationing, people on the beach, people talking about Vegas. Summer League and the NBA is going. We doing a whole lot of trades right now. I'm seeing chicks in some sundresses with some fat asses.
Hey, shout out to sundress season.
So,
You know what I mean?
it is officially sundress season.
I mean, I ain't gonna be looking, but I'm happy for my brothers out there that's, looking.
You're not looking, but you looking. Come on.
No.
He looking, he just ain't looking close.
Right, yeah, there you go. If they pass my vision, I ain't got no choice, you feel me? But I ain't looking.
Look, ladies, I'm gonna say this.
Something smell like burnt popcorn.
You smelling your upper lip.
Nah, something do smell
The
burnt.
heat came on.
Okay.
I pushed it over too far.
Disrespect.
Alright, so, ladies, it is sundress season. You probably one of the exact same women that's running around in a goddamn sundress. So what I will say is, at least allow your man to look. Because he looking at you, but he could be looking at somebody else. He ain't trying to keep her. He just eye sweeping. That's all.
We could be doing it for research purposes.
It is for research purposes. It's like National Geographic, baby.
For real. Shout out to sundress season. I fuck with it. Tough.
Speaking of, okay, from a female perspective, what season is it for men in the summertime?
Man.
Girls don't care nothing
Yeah.
about nothing but sweat season. That's it. They
Yeah,
fucking
nah, I mean,
with
he
it.
ain't lying. I mean,
Girls don't give a fuck about nothing else.
That works.
because in the summertime for men, like, it's tough. You know what I mean? Like, they gotta keep themselves constantly with the deodorant, with the cologne. You know what I mean? Women can somewhat get away with it. You know, if you go in the water, you going in the pool, you're alright. But for men, like,
Yeah,
y'all
you
just
ain't got no
sweat.
chance.
So
We're
it's
naturally hot.
it's just hot. You know what I mean? So, sweat season is where it's at for real.
How y'all feel about bathing suits over the years? Like how, it literally went from one pieces or two pieces that covered almost
To
everything
barely
to
anything now?
A thong bathing suit is like the norm now.
I mean, I love it. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't rock with it.
I mean, as a male who is also a connoisseur of the female body, if it look good, I can't complain. Now, what I will complain about, and I got no qualms about speaking my mind. Female, if you ain't got the body, please just don't jump in it. Just leave it alone. Like, I understand being like.
Don't go there, man. Don't go there.
I understand how like
Careful where you going.
there's a difference between like self-confidence and all that.
It don't matter. You
But-
can't tell them shit.
True. Yeah, true. I mean, at the end of the day,
Do y'all think?
y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do. Women is beautiful, period. Whether you're big girl, little girl, medium girl, you still beautiful. What I'm saying is you ain't always gotta show everything.
So I got a back-end question on this. So you're a supporter of the thong bathing suits. How do you feel like how do you feel about the attention that comes with that? Because I feel like girls, not all, but girls will like show some skin or do something. They'd be like, damn, why is he staring at me? Or why is he blah, blah, blah?
exactly.
So how do you feel about the energy that comes with that?
Yeah, because hold on, before you even go there. Because y'all, I've seen it.
Facts.
I was just in Vegas, right? And we chilling, I'm chilling at the pool or whatever, and it's like, that creepy guy is like, just keeps looking over here. Why does he keep looking over here, right? So I had to turn and look just to see what they look like. They was bad, but they wasn't wearing nothing. So you're not wearing no clothes, and you sitting here going, why does the guy keep looking over here? You're garnering the attention.
I mean, it's all about how you handle the attention. Like, if I know that I'm wearing a thong bikini, like, my tits is basically, you know, barely even covering, like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and, why does he keep staring? Like, I know why you're staring.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, if I'm with my man and I'm holding your hand, I'm doing something, like, be respectful. You know what I mean? I feel like for me, like, for me, like, I'm not even gonna look your way, because obviously as I'm walking, you're looking.
So what if your man says be respectful and don't wear that?
Then you don't wear it. Or you tell him, all right, babe, I'll wear this little cover up right now.
She a good one.
Yeah.
That's a real one.
I mean,
but a real man that knows that he got you won't ever tell you, hey, don't.
Way.
Yeah.
But to still some extent, it's like, why attract that attention? You feel me?
Why ask for the attention, especially if you are with somebody else?
Yeah.
Cause you never know anyway, like, who's insecure and who's not, and your man could be acting real bossed up until a big nigga like me come around and be like, now all of a sudden you snatching your girl up, telling me, get your ass over here, cause you ain't finna say shit to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I had that happen. I went to the Talking Stick Resort for the little pool party that they have. Yeah, and you know, this was before thong bikini season. You know, so I'm just wearing my regular bikini.
Yeah. And
I'm with my dude, and you know, obviously, you know, it's a different energy when you're drinking during the daytime in the sun in Phoenix. Like, it's hot. That cranberry vodka hit you different, or whatever you drink in.
For sure.
So it's going on, and we're getting more and more drunk, you know what I mean? Like, I'm starting to see women approaching him, talking to him, but I'm not tripping. I'm like, all right, cool, like, whatever, we're going back to the room anyways.
Yeah.
I see one person who is a radio personality. I'm not even going to mention their name, but I see a radio personality. I'm like,
her or him?
Him.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, you know, you're so-and-so. And he's like, yeah, how you doing? Puts his hand out, shakes my hand. He's like, yo, let's get a picture. So we're taking a picture, like a selfie. Like, I'm on the bench chair, and he just kind of leans down and takes the picture with me.
That's
my dude sees that. He was surrounded
by
right to me. He was like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, like, I didn't even think nothing of it. I was like, oh no, that was so-and-so. He's like, no. And like, he started, like, we got to a fight, but you know what I mean? Like, I could see like, I'm cool when women would come up to him, you know, because I know, like, he's a good-looking man. And
Men
like that,
are different than women. We are territorial. We are lions. We are kings of the jungle. We are silverback gorillas. We are rhinos. You better stay the hell away from my baby cub.
Yeah, and it's just the difference of knowing that even if your girl's respectful, dudes don't give a fuck.
Yeah, dudes.
So it's like, he gonna try it regardless. So, but I don't know. I don't be tripping like that.
I mean, me personally, I have never tripped. Females ask me, are you jealous? I'm like, nope, I don't give a fuck what you do. Because at the end of the day, I know what I'm capable of and I know what I do, so I ain't got to worry about nobody else.
Yeah. And that comes with dating an attractive person, though. Like, you know they're going to get attention. You know it's... So you just got to deal with it.
Everybody wants somebody bad till they get it.
Facts.
Till the attention come with it.
Facts.
So, hey... What y'all think about, I'm gonna throw this at you.
At me?
Hell yeah, especially at your point. So this motherfucker is a farewell Laker fan because LeBron Lane brought his ass over.
Yes, sir.
But we did get AD. What you think about Kawhi Leonard?
I hope you go there.
Why?
He's the truth.
Now what happens if we get Kawhi Leonard? You think championship or no championship?
I think championship, just based off of Golden State being dismantled, Toronto being dismantled with Kawhi leaving, it really don't matter who the other role players are at that point. I feel like they're going to run through it. I feel like they're still going to have a hard time. Not a hard time, but Rockets still going to be a contender.
No, they won't.
But I feel like they're gonna win it.
I
If that happens.
I don't see Rockets doing anything. They done had their best years.
No, I'm saying Rockets give them two wins in the playoff type shit. I feel like they'll run through everyone else.
Yeah.
But but we'll see. Kawhi need to announce already.
He got until tomorrow.
Nah, the 5th. They said the 5th.
He gonna do it tomorrow.
Thing.
I say 4th of July.
I don't think he gonna do it on 4th of July. I think he gonna wait.
I think he gonna do it tonight.
Shit, I
Real
hope.
talk. It'll be like 10, 11 o'clock at night.
You watch basketball at all?
I do. So, like, my thought on that is, I think they're trying to go back to like the Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and Chris Bosh
Yeah, the
type.
big three.
So the crazy part is, he was trying to recruit Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Durant already had his mind made up on the Nets. So that was already a done deal.
But why the net? Like, that was just.
The market.
I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, the market. I mean, it's New York, so he's good there.
He's from DC, so that's still
you got
close.
Kyrie to
That's
go
a
there.
45-minute
Right. You got Kyrie to go there. You got a max contract, and yeah. I mean, if you're not in LA, the second best place
is New York.
Is New York market wise, whether it's Knicks or
I was gonna say he
Nets.
could have went to the Knicks.
That's
So
a
nobody
terrible
want to go
team,
to the
though.
Knicks. It's a terrible team, but it's terrible
He'd
ownership.
be hurting his legacy at that point.
Should be hurting everything at
Yeah.
that point. Good lord.
Knicks suck.
So, any events coming up?
What do you mean?
What we got going on? Okay, so this fool. Okay, so I'm gonna
I'll
say
be in
this.
Vegas this weekend.
He's about to be in Vegas this weekend. He going for summer league.
Yeah.
I declined, not doing it. Just left Vegas. Just me and Vegas. We got a love-hate relationship. They already got my love, so now they're gonna get my hate. Okay. In the meantime, in between time, there will be an episode shot. I will say, good looking out to our future guest that will be on here, which is gonna take your place for that one night.
Oh, is it who I think it is?
Yeah, pray.
Yeah. Is it gonna be solo?
Yeah, just
You two?
yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time y'all see this, because we got a video coming up this week, so by the time y'all see this, I'll actually have went and been back to Vegas. So who knows, we might drop some of the clips. I'm gonna definitely get some footage out there, so we might sprinkle some of that in here.
We'll talk
or
about
do a
that on the
separate
next
video.
episode.
Yeah. For sure.
So, in the meantime, in between time, one of the things that I definitely want to say is it is summertime, and we realize that a lot of people is out doing a lot of different things. We will also be in the mix of all that. Do us a favor. When you see us, hit us up. 2, our fans. You probably saw the post, and I'm going to keep posting the hell out of it. I don't care where I'm at. Sometimes I may be laid in bed. I may be taking a shit. I may be swimming with the kids. It don't matter where it's at. I take videos wherever because I don't care. We are on the road to 500.
500.
I need 500 on the gram. I need 500 subscribers. One thing that I noticed is the moment that I did that, we went up like 2 or 3 like that. So I appreciate that. I want to say I appreciate that to everybody. Now, on this road to 500, I feel like I need to do something. And the only way to truly make that happen is to just do it. So, if you get us to 250, what should I give away?
What are we trying to give away? A chain?
We've tried to give away a chain. Y'all didn't do that shit.
I mean, we hit that goal just longer than we
It
expected.
just wasn't. It wasn't in the time frame.
I feel like, what are we at now? 160?
Why don't you leave it up to the viewers, see what they want?
No, I'm gonna give y'all some options. I'm gonna give y'all.
I would say we should. The first milestone should be 200.
250.
Okay, we could do 250.
Because that's less than 100.
But I would say,
where we're
because
at
we
now.
got some merch on the way, all the shirts you guys see us wearing, we will eventually be selling. So I feel like while the merch is limited and no one else has it, we should give away a shirt.
nocappnalldrip.com. Actually, I need to quit BS and update the website. Thought it was pictures of the shirts.
I feel
on
like
there.
we should drop merch at a certain point. Like once we hit a milestone, then just like have a flash show.
All right, so what we gonna do is once we get to 250, the merch will actually go on the nocappnalldrip.com. Now I will say, I appreciate the people because I am seeing that we are getting quite a bit of traffic on a weekly basis going to our website. So, we definitely need to update somebody's bio.
I be slacking. I be doing too much. I got y'all though. I'm gonna update the bio.
So, and then I'm just gonna start throwing like some regular little different things on there, like behind the scene clips, stuff that the only place you can get it at is on the website. Now, if we get to 500, I'm gonna dig in my pockets.
We'll do a giveaway. We'll give away some merch at that point.
No, we're not gonna do it. We're not giving away merch.
What we gonna do?
I'm gonna do something better than that. Hold on, let me grab some. Fuck that. We gonna give these motherfuckers something to go.
He gonna give y'all something. I'm just playing. I'm about to subscribe myself.
You see these? These are Adidas MND's Human Races. Go ahead and Google them. You're not gonna get these pair because these are mine. What I will do though is for whoever, once we get to, if you get us to 500, I'm just gonna pick a regular, everyday, all day subscriber, and I'm just gonna ask you what your shoe size is. If you Google these shoes, you can't get them nowhere. You're gonna get them brand new for one. I got the plug. They're gonna be brand spanking new. You're not getting these shoes for less than $1,000.
Facts.
Okay? I have no problem buying you a pair, brand spanking. I don't care if you resell them.
I'm gonna try
whatever you
first,
gotta
though.
do.
Make sure y'all getting a good product. I got y'all.
And then look.
Yeah.
So those are the reds, and I'm only gonna do the reds. I'm doing the reds for a reason, because I need to get us to 1,000. When we get to 1,000, I got the yellows in my closet right now. Them aren't going for less than 3,200. Let's get to 250. We drop merch. Get us to 500. You get the Human Races. Red Human Races. Get us to 1,000, and somebody's gonna have at least $3,500 on their feet. How about that?
Or that you could sell. So.
Or you could sell.
Wow.
That's lit. So in order to do that, all the people who currently watch and aren't subscribed, you guys subscribe. That means you guys gotta repost us. Whether it's send the link or if we post something, repost, shout out the page. Any of that will help us to the road to 500. So I know me personally, I be watching YouTube videos and I don't be subscribed to half the people, and I watch them daily. You know what I mean? So just take a couple seconds, hit that subscribe. We definitely appreciate it.
I'm like
sure.
that nigga. I'm a real one. Everybody.
I do subscribe
I'm
to some, but there's some that I still search daily.
I've subscribed to anybody that I watch. Even if I watch it once, I still subscribe to it because I'm part of this game. And if I'm gonna do it, I want people to subscribe to me, so I might as well subscribe to somebody else.
Yeah. And send us the link to your guys' stuff too. If you guys have a podcast, a YouTube channel, anything, I'm always looking for new stuff to watch. We're always down to do some collabs. That's other than PodSun, I don't feel like we haven't really collabed with anyone else who does kind of the same thing as us. So definitely something we're looking to do. So if anyone wants to do a channel collab or anything, just reach out.
And then if you are currently doing anything when it comes to music, photography, whatever the situation, I don't care what you do. You may actually do nothing for all I care. If you want to be right here on this couch, by all means, inbox me, Mr. Go Get 'em 79, and let's set up a date, and we get you right here on the couch, and you just come have some fun, shoot some shit, and you know, do it like we do.
That's how she got here. So we're actually at Jack in the Box in the drive-thru. She was working there. We told her about the channel, and then she here. Yeah. No, I'm just playing. So
Hey,
what
but
made
she
you
hooked it
wanna
up
come
on the curly fries.
She did.
Man, so well, the first time I ran into you guys was at the studio. You know.
At PodSun Studio, shout out to PodSun and iRock.
Yeah, so I got a couple photos of you. I was like, oh, let me see what they're doing. You know what I mean?
His ugly asked you to break the camera.
Took some terrible photos. I'm just like,
And then, you know, I saw you. I was like, all right, like, what's he doing? You know what I mean? So it took me a minute, like, because obviously we used to follow each other. And then, you know, I think just the distance really, you know, me being gone, you being here in Arizona, like, we just kind of disconnected. So when we ran into each other, you know, that was kind of like, all right, like, I'm going to hit these dudes up. Yeah. So, this guy right here, he's like, hey, you want to come on? I was like, yeah, let's go do it. And we had been trying to like work it out, but yeah, by the time I came back from LA, like just stuff had been happening, so I was like, man, like I'm gonna have to risk the day I was supposed to come over. I was like, man, like I got a flat tire right now. Like I posted on my Instagram, I was like, yo, like it was just all bad. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it.
I mean, life happens, and then when you put rims on the car too, and terrible.
But the thing was, like the nail that I got was in her sidewall. Was in the sidewall. Like it wasn't even in the like.
That's terrible.
So it was just automatic replacement.
Some little kid was over on the side of the road with a hammer.
Just
like,
hating. You know what I mean? Hating on my caddy.
And tell the people what you were doing. Obviously, we know what we're doing in Cali.
So I was actually out there with Podson, and we were interviewing Master P. So
super dope. The Pod say shine moment. That's big.
Big shine moment.
She was a part of the crew that went out to interview Master P, and a lot of you guys that know Master P, he rarely does interviews, and when he does, he only goes to the majors. And when he does go to the majors, he really gives them the basic questions that they ask. So it's the first time he's ever been a part of a podcast. So shout out to Podson. So any of you guys that follow him and you don't subscribe to him or you don't follow his movement, he's actually doing a proud to pay for the content now. So the dates were released today. The official video will be out August 2nd?
August 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
August 2nd. But if you want to see it before time, you can reach out to Pod on several different ways and be a part of the Proud to Pay. So make a donation and he'll send you the content.
And this
directly.
nigga downplaying this shit. Master P don't do nothing but Breakfast Club and Big Boy in the Morning.
Yeah.
So not only is this the first time him ever doing a podcast, this is the first time of him doing just any regular out of the ordinary, not big time. Like there's some other little things he'll do here and there. I think I saw something kind of like No Jumper, but it was like super quick. It wasn't nothing real. So I can say, fuck. In my tenure in the industry, I've met and been around everybody around P, but I've never actually talked to or been with P himself. So that actually changes what? August 2nd? So August 2nd, the No Limit tour will be in... The reunion tour kicks off in Colorado. And not only will you catch Podson there, but I already made it happen. nocappnalldrip will be present as well.
We're going to go out there and support. So, yeah, again, shout out to Podson. Shout out to you. That's definitely a big movement.
Yeah, I mean, big shout out to Podson. You know, he had thrown me the invite, and you know, at first I was like, all right, let me check my schedule, and then you know, I got it all cleared out. I was like, yo, I'm there.
You gotta take those.
You know what I mean. But like the thing was, is like I have like a lot of different moving parts to what I do as well. So I was like, let me make sure. You know, I don't want to commit myself, and then you know, I gotta back out. Yeah. So shout out to Podson. You know, put me on. You know, getting me behind the camera and actually working the whole interview. So. You know, it was definitely like a breathtaking moment to say the least. You know what I mean? And P is like, he's a real cool, like laid back guy. So it's not even like I was like really nervous around him, but at the same time,
it makes you feel comfortable.
Exactly. But at the same time, you're around Master P. So it's like, how can you not be like, oh my God, like, you know what I mean?
For sure.
So with that, we gonna take a real quick break, but we'll be. You now listen to Podson Radio. The hottest podcast. Exclusive interview. We got Master P.
Nigga, I'm the colonel of the motherfucking tank. Y'all have to be.
This ain't the Breakfast Club. This ain't Big Boy in the morning. Stay tuned for the 101 episode featuring Master P.
Yo, this Jay Treasy keeping it off the heezy for sheezy with them 504 boys, you dig? Check it. This here is to be played loud as possible, preferably in residential neighborhoods and nightclubs. Grab your shorty.
Welcome back. It's your boy. So we got some really, really interesting topics. Toxic relationships. Baby liking underage women. What else were we talking about? I'm just playing. Alright, so before we get into the toxic relationship, before we can even talk relationships with you, you have to answer one question. You have to pass. Do black men cheat? That's going to even determine if we can get into anything rational with you.
Do black men cheat?
Man, all men cheat, first of all.
We can't have a rational conversation.
Show's over. I'm done.
All men cheat. It's a matter of them getting caught or not. So all men cheat.
All men cheat?
In one way or another.
So all women cheat too.
What'd you say?
So then all women cheat.
Fact though.
I wouldn't say all women cheat.
Women be having
so hold on. How do all men cheat but all women don't cheat? Elaborate
because
on
women
that.
are more loyal, you know, they have that sense of commitment to being dedicated to one man, whereas men, you know, they got one woman and they still want to see what else they could pull and see what else they can get.
God said go out and multiply. You need to stop hating on niggas.
Facts.
Black men don't cheat.
I wouldn't say all men cheat. That's a bold statement.
Alright, I won't say all men, but most men.
I would say 97%.
I would give the same to women though.
But they're-
Facts.
Cause as much as you, we're loyal and we're supposed to be like down for our man and we're doing this, and then all of a sudden your ass is working and twerking on another nigga.
First of all, I'm always gonna support women, so I'm still not budging on this. You know what I mean? Like I'm still, yeah, you know what I mean. But like,
you can stay where you were, right there where you at. But we know the truth.
Well, for
we
you
date
to
women.
say all men cheat, you've definitely been cheated on before.
Actually,
that's a very bold statement.
Actually, I have not been cheated on, but I
That
have.
you know
I will.
of.
So what do you mean all men
listen,
cheat?
listen to this. I have
my
not been
God.
personally cheated on, but I will say this. I'll keep it 100 with you guys. I have been that other woman. So, with that being said, I've seen through and through. I've been.
Hold up. So
Look, hey,
Wait.
no, wait, let me
keeping it
let me
real with you.
piggyback. I know how she feels because I've never personally been that I know of cheated on. But I've been with, when I was single, I've been with dudes, girls, so it made me not trust women, especially after a couple instances to where it was like bad. Like a couple was like, okay, the relationship's in a bad spot. I kind of get it. You kind of like, you make yourself
Believe that
you
it's
always,
okay.
you always tell
justify
yourself.
it. But
anytime you're in a situation, it is your job to justify the particular situation.
But
that
then-
still doesn't make it right.
Then I had
so
one.
you say that all men cheat, but at the same time you
for
condone
sure.
the fuckery.
But then I had one who was with her dude. They're happy, together 5 years, never took a break, and we were still doing whatever, and that made me feel some type of way about trusting women because
Now,
he had no idea. He did everything he could. He was a good dude to her, and she was going. So that fucked me up a little bit. So
So I will say that's partially the reason why I'm probably not married even to this day. Is I ain't gonna throw no names out there, but I know at least 2 people that watch this show that are married, and they don't live in Arizona, but was a regular of I will call them pipe down regulars. So before they were married, we would fuck around, and I guess whoever they married doesn't handle
or for
their
whatever
job,
reason,
do certain things the way other people do. So instead of like them breaking up their home, it would just be like, I'm coming through. Okay, cool.
So that made you not trust women.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's part of it. Like, I've seen it.
Yeah.
So, and then it was a part of it. So yeah, I condone the fuckery too. I have condoned the fuckery.
Yeah.
And the craziest part about it is when I do, and I've caught a lot of females cheating, but they're never in relationships. They're always fucking married.
Well, that's a different story, though.
Yeah, I ain't
right?
never done the married.
So
I
like
think that's an age
that's
difference.
that's way deep. No, this is when I was in my 20s, like
that's
early
crazy.
20s.
That's crazy.
Mid 20s, late 20s.
But marriage was the thing back then, though, too. Marriage is more so
Yeah.
It was
not as
it was sacred, you know. And
Yeah, but more people felt like you had to get married back then, so a lot more people.
But I feel
were
like,
married.
so with me, another reason I'm not married is because I'm a one and done. Like, I feel like whoever I get is going to be the person I'm with for the rest of my life. Like, you going to hustle with me, you going to grind
Good
with
luck
me.
with that.
We going to shut your ass up. we gonna take care of these
saying.
kids. Like, we really going to just enjoy life and vacation and do all this stuff because I know how to take care of a female, and I'm hoping that I find a female that also, you know, is willing to take care of my ass. Like, real way. Ain't got nothing to do with money. Like, real shit. Emotional shit. Right? So that one is harder to find, but at the same time, like, when you look at the shit, you see, keyword, it's not what anybody's looking for right now.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to settle down and actually be married. Like, right now, it's the hot thing is to be bisexual and have, you know, this is my nigga, but this is my girlfriend.
Keep that.
Yeah,
and all
you
this
can-
other craziness.
Yeah.
So, for the real shit, yeah, I look at that shit, but I look at how many females, even to this day, you see, we go out. First and foremost, I have no idea why these, I call them little girls. Like, y'all have nothing established. Y'all got nothing going on other than the fact that you pretty much just graduated high school and probably freshmen and sophomores in college. And y'all keep trying to jump on me like I'm just going to jump at you.
I don't know what it is about this fool. But nothing, I wouldn't say nothing. Majority of the women that come at him are like 20-year-old. 20.
Between
if it's
20 and
21,
24.
22, he got lucky. Like,
He got
straight up.
These young ass females keep coming at me for who knows.
See, but it's
And-
the
but also
opposite
it could
for me,
be
though.
it could be the swagger though too. Because when
It
I do,
could.
I stay clean.
Yeah. And it's the opposite for me, which is weird.
Yeah, because you keep pulling old. You get the older chick.
Yeah. But like, it always been like that, but my girl now is obviously older than me. But like, since then or around then, maybe I just notice it now because I have an older girl. I feel like right before then and even during, because you know when you're in a relationship, people, it's like, oh, whatever, they come at you or certain shit. So I feel like since then and before then, I was like, older women were just attracted to me. Like this last year, I'm just like, that shit is weird. It's not weird.
It's not that it's weird. Like older
It's just
women.
different.
So older
I
women.
hit 25 and it was like,
older
Swear.
women usually go for younger men, and then
That's true.
it's usually older dudes go for. But I've always been attracted since I was a young boy to older, more mature women. Love it. Yet I'll mess with a chick that's younger than me, and it's scary as fuck, which is why I'm just been on super chill. If I fuck with anything younger than me, that becomes my fucking baby mama. Like, we'll be super cool, we'll be together. Like, man, my older two kids, we were together for 4 years, but she was younger than me. And like, we were super straight. But at the end of the day, it's like, well, you know my mentality. I super hustle. Like, I get it, but then I'm not like young-minded. And a lot of people can't really handle that. And that's where a super disconnect happens at.
with the younger women.
Yeah.
So what about you? What's your preference? Older, younger?
Um.
Or what do you, not your preference, first, what do you feel like
Attract
you?
more. Yeah, what do you attract more?
Definitely older men. But that is also my preference though as well. Just because
how old we
it's
talking?
He said how old? 65.
Because when women say that, it could be older to them, could be 2-3 years, it could be 10,
No,
it could be
definitely
5.
like I would say at I don't know, like 30 and up, like for sure. You know, men that have already established themselves. But I think for me, it's the way I present myself, it's the way I carry myself. Like I don't have a young
Mentality.
a young girl who just, I just want to be out and do this. No, like I'm cool. You want to go hang out, like chill at the house. Like I'm a real homebody, so I definitely attract older men. I mean, I would say I attract men in general. I like to, you know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to be arrogant or anything like that, but I attract men in general. But my preference would definitely be older men. I mean, it's a fact. Men mature slower than women.
Here's a question.
Hold
That
on,
is-
where's those
yeah.
facts?
Stop
That's a
lying.
fact.
There's a fact. That's
Nah,
a
I
fact.
know.
That's a fact.
I'm trying to hold it down.
Can you
brothers.
cook is the question.
Yeah, I can cook.
Okay, so
I was raised by
For-
my traditional grandmother.
for you,
Cook what? Because a
Mexican.
girl told me she could cook before, made me a grilled cheese. I was
No.
pissed.
No.
for you
I run my
younger
own
women,
household.
I would probably say if I really was ever gonna jump down on a true younger woman,
What you have?
that's gonna be shut your ass up. I said jump down. I'm talking about like all in.
What you have?
No, shut your ass up. All capping.
Okay.
Y'all don't know how to cook. Like, y'all look good, sometimes smell good.
Sometimes, nigga, what you
Cause
doing?
women, and they wear like bullshit. I'm cologne and perfume. I never leave the house without cologne. It's another thing. Fucking with an older nigga, you better understand. I wash my ass like 3 times a day. Every time I leave the house, I'm wearing cologne. Period. I don't care if I'm going to the gym. I'm putting cologne before I leave the house. It's just guaranteed. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Stop questioning that shit.
Right.
And if you're in Phoenix, like that's a must. I'm gonna just let y'all know that right now. Like,
I don't
'cause
care
it's-
where you at. You
it's
could be. I
hot.
could be in Alaska. I'm putting on cologne. You ain't
Funny,
stopping
me and the
me.
homie was talking about this today, like how hot it is out here and how it like just changes everything. But that's off topic. I ain't gonna speak on that.
But if you know how to cook, honestly, I'm gonna tell you this: that's better than some good ass pussy.
He's like, man, I'll go to Taco Bell all day.
Not even I'll go to Taco Bell. Like we'll figure it out. I'll cook or we gonna figure something
It
out.
gets
I ain't-
old. You say that now because you young.
I ain't
It
trying to
gets
be a
old.
person
Like my
that
first
cooking.
kid's
I want-
mom.
Hey, I'm
For
stingy.
4 years, I
I want
cooked.
everything. Straight up. I need both.
I need everything too.
Got both.
But let's just put it like this: if we wasn't shooting right now, I'm usually not at home. I'm out and about. I'm doing stuff. So when I do come home, I just want to eat. Then after I eat, I might want to smash,
Right.
bust. Coming home and then just you look at her, you be like, I'm hungry as fuck.
Where the fuck is he going with this?
He in La La Land, right?
Look, I
He
received
really fantasizing about
his
it.
inbox is open for applications. Submit your resumes,
Oh my
and y'all
God.
need at
If
least
you can cook,
at
there you
least
go.
2 references. At least 2. So speaking of relationships, I got a question.
No, before we even go to that one,
Ooh, you
Let's
don't know
hit
what I'm
it.
talking about though.
are you finna the one that I came up with or
I'm
the
just
other
playing
one?
with you.
All right. So why do people jump to conclusions? So in this case, as a male, if a female sees another female around you, by you, near you, they automatically assume you're smashing. For the female, the dudes see her surrounded by any man, male,
Somebody's smacking it.
and they automatically assume you're smacking. Why is that?
I'll tell you why. Because 9 times out of 10, that is the case. I'm not gonna say 10 times out of 10. I will say 9 times out of 10, that's the case.
Okay.
So that's why people assume that. Fact or no fact?
I mean,
I'm saying no fact. I've been accused of smacking way more than
Yeah.
I've ever smacked.
Yeah.
I'd say about 5 times out of 10.
I get that.
I'd say 50% of the time it is what you see and that's what it is, but 50% of the time it's not. Like it's just not.
Well, let's go
I
back
feel
to
like
a
if
conversation.
dude and girls hang out.
Let's go to a conversation we had just like a couple weeks ago, where it was like there were some females that you was smacking, but everybody swore I was, and I never even see.
You didn't even know her name.
Like, I know who they are, but we've never kicked it. Whereas,
But don't get me wrong. Everyone thought I was smacking that too.
after the fact,
A few people before. A few.
okay, but we're talking about gang of motherfuckers like, yeah,
Yeah.
we know you smacking that Bailey. No, I'm not. What even makes you think that?
It was me.
He was Brendan. He didn't want the heat on him, so he was like, yeah.
And it's like,
True.
that's like, the craziest thing is, one, for who knows what reason, I attract females. A lot of females like latch on to me and like we are cool because I'm not that dude. So I'm cool just being your friend, and I friend zone a lot of people because my standards are totally different. But good Lord, whereas everybody's saying that I'm smacking when really I done already hooked her up with like a nigga like this, and they don't even understand. But I'm the one that everybody's like, yeah, that's Bailey's chick.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
So let me ask you this: is it people like? Is it the opposite gender that's asking you, or is it your homies? Is it people?
It's everybody.
So,
it's everything. That's why I say, why do people jump to these conclusions?
Because I get a lot of men asking me, like, if I hang around certain dudes, like, yo, is that your man? What do you? But it's. I think it has to do with maybe because they want you as well.
Yeah. So
that's why they want it. They're probing to see. All right, is that his girl? Is that is he her man? Like they need to see.
At least as if that's a male coming at you like that, that's more of that's kind of respectful, right? Ain't no respect over here. There's no respect.
Yeah.
But if it's strangers or if it's your friends, like that's kind of like if it's a stranger, I could be like, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. We're always together, like we're always doing something.
But even a friend, if they think that you could possibly be attracted to that person, they're gonna assume that. And then even past that, if you're around someone enough, even if you're not physically attractive, you could be attracted to their ambition, their hustle, their smarts, their wit. So when you're around someone so much, people assume that. It's not necessarily true.
Not at all.
It's not at all, because it happens.
It does happen. It don't happen here, I'll say that much. I'm maybe the good boy or something, but
I mean, I think that comes with.
For me, it gets annoying. It gets after because it's happened I remember this shit dates back to middle school, high school, college.
Yeah.
Here I am, grown.
For me, there was a point in time. If a chick was hanging around me, 9 times out of 10, I was smacking it. But then it just got to, like you said, you like mature a little more, and then you just like, because before, like, if you were attractive, I'm not turning it down for a short period of time. I'm gonna just keep it 1,000. So, but then you get to that point where you're just like, whether you don't want to mix work with pleasure or you don't want to mix a relationship with pleasure, then you start thinking about that other shit. But younger me, she around me, she getting smacked. Or I'm trying to smack.
Even younger me wasn't smacking.
Shit.
But younger me was also cold crushed relationship.
What do you mean? You were in relationships?
Yeah, because me and Alexandra was together forever. We got engaged.
Yeah.
And after her, I got with Jamie, who's the kid's mom. We was together for 4 years.
Yeah.
Then I took a long ass break. They met the other one, and we was actually cool for a year and a half before we even started dating. Like, it was basically like friends on her for a year and a half, and then we started smacking.
That's a good question. How long is too long before being official?
I would wait, official like relationship?
Yeah.
Wait, for a relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah, how long is
So
too
you're
long?
around someone, let me give you the stipulations.
Alright.
You're around someone, let's say you guys see each other every other day, let's just say roughly. Y'all having sex, so there's no, are we having sex? So y'all doing everything like y'all in a relationship, but y'all not in a relationship. So how long of that until you like, all right, nigga, what's going on?
I'd say 6 months. Like, because by 6
That's a
months.
good amount of time.
I like
months.
Hey, we got a winner.
6 months.
Someone be putting pressure on you like
Because I feel like you have a life before you get involved with somebody. You gotta hustle, you gotta grind. You have what you were doing before that person.
Right.
So the first 2 months, you're still trying to at least get to know each other. On top of dealing with your life. That
You're
have
just trying to
prior.
get in at the end of the day. Like, you're trying to get in. There's no emotional connection yet.
Yeah.
There's like, imagine right now you just met a dude. 2 months from now he pressing you like, we gotta be together.
It's a dove.
It depends on how long, or not how long, it depends on how often y'all see each other, how the connection is too though.
Yeah.
Because I've been with people for months and be like, either I decide I don't want to be with them or then I finally date them, and then I've been with people for a month and I'm like, yeah, there's somebody I want to deal with. So I feel like what happens in that time frame?
Yeah, within that time, if somebody's pressing me too much, like, I keep it real up front. Like, hey, I got a busy life. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, like, I probably won't have time, but I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna make time for
He
you.
said, I'm gonna call you.
But I keep it up front, so that way,
But you're different.
So you're saying they
You're doing
normally
something.
press you?
Yes.
See, that's what's weird to
because
me.
most people, at least I can say this. I just came back to Arizona, and most of the same people when I left, they're still not doing shit.
Yeah.
So I come back and I have a lot of different projects. You know, I do my photography on the side. So now I'm like, hey, like I'm kind of busy right now, but if you kind of show me that consistency, like I'm gonna give it back to you. I'm gonna reciprocate. You know, I'm gonna show you the love that you want. But I might not be able to see you every day.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna make that time. Hey, let's meet up on Tuesday. Let's go to dinner. Let's go. And it's gonna be no phone. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be on my phone all night. Let's take a picture. Like we might take one picture. That way we can be like, oh, remember this night type thing. But you know, I'm gonna make it worth your while.
Yeah.
So for the first 2 months, it's definitely trying to fit that person into your schedule.
For sure.
And then by the 3rd month, that's when you kind of are at that tipping point. Like, you know what? Like.
And by then you know what's going good because you want to see them.
Exactly. Like you're okay with the circumstances, whether good, bad,
Right.
how I
figure it out, like how you can see them.
Yeah, so then by the next 3 months, you're on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
And by the 6-month mark, I feel like at that point,
She said the 6 month.
I mean, it can
She
go a
got
little.
this
It can
wrist.
go.
Like, she
it can
meets-
go-
she
got this on her whiteboard.
She
somewhere.
meets you and she go home
got this
and
written
she
down
goes
somewhere.
1 month, 2 months,
Right.
3
Nah,
months,
see, I
4
don't
months,
even-
5 months. Swipe
No,
X.
y'all,
Okay,
y'all
this
put me
one
on
is
the spot,
motherfucker's
so
gonna
like
be
I really
mine.
had to think like how long would I take to commit myself to someone?
Yeah.
And I'd say by at least 6 months. If I'm still dealing with you within 6 months, then I'm like, all right, like you're consistent in my life.
Yeah.
So we're either gonna try and make this work and say, hey, like, do you really want to like make this work? Do you want to be in a relationship and see how it rides out? Because it might that next month you might be like, you know what, it's just whatever we was doing before work, this don't work. So you know you gotta go back to square one.
That's why for the first 90 days, because that's that honeymoon phase, everything is always great.
Everything is always great.
I'm not taking, no, that's not serious time for me. I'm not just gonna be real. It's not serious. I know it's not serious because like it's the euphoria of something new.
It's
You're
the
getting to
everything is
know
yes. I agree
people
with
and-
what you say. I'm trying to make sure you're accommodated. No, like if you don't like something, tell me.
So
I can
within
do
that 6 months, if he's dealing with someone else, is that a problem?
The first 2 months, no. I'm gonna say right now, like no, because I
She
can't.
really got this all mapped out.
I really don't, but I know how I am, and I know that
So
like
the first 2
if the
months
roles
is
were
cool.
if the roles were reversed, I know that like if someone came in, if I just met them, like
They can't expect you to not be
Exactly.
dealing. That's one thing too.
That
All
drives me
y'all
crazy.
that
Are you
say-
seeing somebody
Wait,
else?
hold on. All of y'all that be
I'm
saying,
single, so I'm dating.
all y'all
yeah.
that be saying, I don't talk to no one else. When you first meet someone, we know you lying. Fucking, that maybe depending on who you are, you might just not be someone into having casual sex. But not talking to anyone else or no dudes hitting you up or no girls that you talking to, that's a fucking lie. Straight up. There ain't never no downtime.
I agree with that. There's, I'm gonna throw a secret out there for you females that is out there talking about you making this man wait, and he's waiting and he's being real patient with it. You better understand he dipping his pool stick is in on another pool table. On another
Man.
pool table.
No. So like I said, the first 2 months, like I get it, but by the 3rd month, if you really feel like I'm gonna start rocking with this person, you know, maybe by that 4th month, you're like, you know what, like I can handle our living situation.
No.
the
So
amount of
that
time
you-
He's saying two different things.
I'm talking.
He's
yeah.
saying if you're making
I'm
a
talking
dude
about.
wait to have sex.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
So the first 2 months, I'm like, all right, like do what you do. Like you're not getting it from me. I'm gonna tell you that until you stop.
There you go. Well, no,
Until you
ain't
stop.
never gonna know. No man is ever gonna throw that out there. Like,
Yeah, I was still.
But
cracking sponge.
men, they have a way of getting themselves caught up real quick.
Because the stories over.
men don't.
That shit from August 2018 is not adding up right now.
I have a theory behind that, and I'll just be. Men that truly don't want to get caught will never get caught. Period. A man who really has that I don't give a fuck mentality and has been through it before and been caught and knows for the most part you're not going nowhere, you can catch him as many times as you want
But
to.
do you realize how in depth women go to figure something out these
Do
days.
you realize that men already know this? We know
So,
this.
They will have their cousin's best friend's sister's uncle
Hit
checking
you
for-
up.
seeing
They
something.
in your DMs all of a sudden, and it never fails. And this is the thing that women don't realize. We already know it's you.
Y'all don't
Out of
know.
nowhere, this bad chick
But
just
then y'all
hits us
y'all
up.
catch a bad vibe. It's like, all right, well,
It ain't even about catching a bad vibe. It's like, okay, if you sent her at me, I'm gonna go ahead and play this game. You're gonna get exactly what you want.
Oh god.
And you're gonna be like,
And then you gonna act like you know the whole time.
but I think, but
it ain't acting. You know.
But-
you know you've been there before. Don't act like you ain't never been in that situation before. Anytime Keith get to sucking his teeth, he just went into Drake mode. His whole demeanor just changed.
Nah. I don't do no shit like that.
But if you
so I don't-
honestly, like, if you are going to that extent of playing those games where you gotta, really be checking on your man or your woman, like, it's not even worth it.
That's not a relationship. I'm never gonna
Exactly.
get.
Like, you don't. It's not even worth it to even
Yeah.
try to be stressing yourself that much. Like, they either with you or they're not. You know what I mean?
Again, for future reference, I'm gonna cheat with you, not on you. I'm gonna cheat with you, not on you. Let's just leave it at that. Main topic. Let's go.
Whoa. Y'all waiting on me? Hold
What you
on.
got, man?
I was on Tinder. I'm just fucking-
Looking at them sundresses.
That's crazy that more women don't really wear sundresses out here like that, though. I figured this would be like sundress heaven.
God bless you to all the ones that do. Fuck. Alright, so
And it sucks when she got
a question
sundress and
we
no
got.
ass.
which we gonna use to end this off. How to escape a toxic relationship.
So my question, first off, into that is, what do you consider a toxic relationship?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like anything that's not helping you is hurting you. So I feel like there's levels of toxic. I can't say I've ever been in a toxic, like I need to get away from you relationship.
I won't even go. I'm not even close. Not
Yeah.
even close. If
So
I feel like
I
it's
don't
unhealthy,
know how to answer that.
if there's lack of communication, either way, can't do it. If it's arguing of any sort, especially on a regular basis, not happening. If there's lack of respect, I don't respect you or you don't respect me, and even if I know, like, I'm getting to a point to where I'm losing respect for you, gotta
Not the
go.
business.
Not happening.
Have you been in a toxic relationship?
Yeah.
And what made it toxic for people who haven't been in a toxic relationship, like myself or maybe some of the viewers?
So I've only been in, honestly, 2 real relationships. And one of my relationships, my family just did not agree with. Like, nobody was. So automatically, if your family isn't willing to,
Yeah.
like, welcome, your partner in, then, like, it makes it 10 times harder. But I mean, it was just the fact of our families not agreeing, the lack of trust, because the distance and everything. Like, we'd see each other every month, but that wasn't enough to see each other for like a few days.
Won't do long
do
distance.
that.
Yeah, long distance played a factor, so I won't do long distance. Like, it's not worth the stress, And then, which ultimately led into the small arguments, the sneaky texts, the late night phone calls, which led into, the verbal abuse, a lot of emotional abuse for me. And then at the end of the day, it turned into physical abuse. So it escalated progressively.
Yeah.
And I knew the warning signs. I'm sure he knew the warning signs. But, the phrase love is blind is a true statement. Like, you want to see the best in the person. So you want to believe that they don't have it in them.
Yeah.
And then you make the excuse for them. Like, nah, like, it's
Then
alright.
you fight
Like,
with your friends and family for this person.
exactly.
Making excuses for this person, when in the back of your mind, you like, this motherfucker.
And in the
really
back of my
ain't
mind, I've always been the type of person like, oh, I'll never be that girl. I'll straight up
Until
leave.
you that
If a
girl.
man cheats on me, I'm done.
Yeah.
This and that. And then you in the situation, you're like, damn, like, I love him. You know what I mean? Like, he's telling me all the, he's telling me
He's a
sorry.
good- he's a good dude.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
telling me all the
real.
sweet nothings. And just kind of. That's what made it toxic for me, to the point where I was like, all right, like, it's time for me to move on out. Like, this is like literally destroying my mental health, and ultimately my mental health is #1 priority.
Yeah.
So if I'm not happy with myself, then it's time to go.
Yeah.
I can't make nobody else happy.
I will say one thing too, like when you get out of those type of relationships, you feel better versus Like you feel better. Like once you're out of it, like you literally start feeling like yourself again. You feel a better energy. Versus when you get out of a relationship that wasn't toxic, you're like, damn, should I have done that? Or like, you know what I mean? You're like thinking the other way about it. So.
I mean, I was with this dude for like solid 4 or 5 years, so.
But it was long distance, so that's really 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, well, we were like, yeah, I mean, fuck. Like, damn.
Because if you saw them once a month, even in a year, you only saw them
like
12 times.
Yeah, like we would go like vacation together. We would like do like trips, you know, like when I came back to the United States, like we were together consecutively. Like basically, I was living at his house, stuff like that. But I mean, once I became single, like I turned into a savage because like that relationship fucked me up so bad.
Yeah.
Hurt people.
I'm telling you, like I was so like I do not care about one single man's feelings. Like I do not care.
Yeah.
And they could have been the sweetest guy. They could have been the one that I let go, you know. But because I just wasn't mentally there, like I was like.
My first.
That's why when I get out of a relationship, I take so much time.
My first real relationship turned me into a savage. Savage.
I could have turned into a savage after my first real relationship. Nah, my second one. And then I dated somebody for a little bit, and this is my bad boy days. So I happened to get put in jail for a couple days.
Oh my god!
And while I was in there, she fucked with another dude, right?
That's mandatory.
But didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know. So then, like a month later, I remember going to the crib. And you know, usually that's just what we did, nigga. Knock boots. So she wasn't trying to feel it. And then, you know, at the end of the day, she ended up doing it. And nigga, I thought I committed a murder. It was a total crime scene. Like, worse than anything I had ever seen. She had an abortion and didn't say shit.
My stomach hurt.
Man.
My goddamn stomach hurt.
So the dude she had fucked with while I was locked up, she got pregnant by. So, I found that out, and that's when I went savage for about 2 weeks, but I went savage totally different. She had a badass girlfriend, and she used to hit on me. I used to tell her all the time, you better keep your friend away from me. Like, you think I'm bullshit, your friend keep hitting him. She just playing her. Boy, I beat that bitch. I tore her out the
in there like
right.
You know, all the aggression, all the hurt, all the
I'm talking
anger.
about I
dropped a tear.
Killed this girl.
Did you drop a tear?
Not a single one. And as soon as I got done, I said, you know what I'm finna do, right? She's like, what? She's like, I'm finna call her and tell her. She's like, fuck it.
Oh damn, that is not a real homegirl. Damn.
So her girlfriend paid for the abortion, and she was supposed to pay her back. But after the abortion,
so
guess was like, fuck you, I'm not doing shit for you.
She didn't have no ties.
So even when, cause I ended up seeing old girl at a bowling alley on the Humbug, and that's where it was like, you know what? I'm about to get in this one. And she was with it. And then after that, and then she told me what happened.
Yeah. She gave you some pity pussy. It's cool. Tell you how you get it.
It was good too. It wasn't just once. She kept coming back for a minute, but then she was also, you need to be my man, and I was like, skirt.
Exit left. That's
Not happening. You was just the revenge. It was good, but not that good. So, relationships can dictate some of the crazy shit that y'all do in life. I will say that.
Yo.
Who you talking to? Pod?
Yeah, it's for sure. Bet. Alright, for sure. No, we taking the whip. We got that figured out.
Vegas trip finalizations.
Bet. Yeah, we got you. Alright.
Pod?
Yeah. Just confirming some shit. He going to Vegas for sure.
Yeah, I know. I heard it.
Yay!
This nigga ready to go to Fremont Street.
I'm really not gonna be on the strip like that. I'm gonna be at the event. Like I said, we're gonna be out there.
Free
When you leaving?
I'm gonna leave Saturday,
Okay.
like midday, later Saturday. Crash, wake up, and do the all day events on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Our boys that work for the Suns. My brother just hit me. They gonna be out there. My little bro Bagley.
The dude that I met.
They gonna be out there. Yeah.
It's Vegas. If it was anywhere else than Vegas, I'd be so.
Yeah.
I wish Summer League was at LA. If Summer League was at LA at the Forum again, but they redoing the Forum, bro, I would have been on that ASAP. But
Keep your old ass at home.
I do Vegas so much that Vegas is not that fun no more. It's just like not that fun.
I'm not even going out there for the regular shit though. That's why I'm excited.
But that's I don't even care about that. It's just I know what happens when I go to Vegas, like
No,
regardless. So I spend a lot of money.
Show me way to live, man. You don't gamble? Like
No, not at all. I shop.
My 21st, I went to Vegas. We did like the full out experience, like
Did you win?
crazy. Yes, man. I had
Normally-
never played blackjack in my
beginner luck.
No, never played blackjack in my life.
So I had never gambled till I was 25 years old. Went to Vegas for the first time for my little brother's wedding. Him and his wife wanted to get married. They had a full blown wedding in fucking Vegas. We were there for 6 days. I lost.
His story terrible. At least she got a good story. How much you win?
I would say I started because you have to start on Fremont Street. If you've never gambled, they got the penny games,
Yeah,
you know,
you got all the cheap games.
the $5 black. So I never
didn't
played.
do
So
that.
literally rode up to a blackjack table. You know, started talking to the dealer. You know, and she was real cool. They teach
Tell
you how
you
to.
when to hit,
Yeah,
tell you
and there's
stay.
people around the table. Like it's a full table, so
Yeah.
they were teaching me at the same time. So that's when I started with $100. I probably left the table with like 150, 175. So I was like, all right, like I'm up. I can go like get a drink. And when you're sitting at the tables, they bring you free drinks.
Free,
You just tip them, you know, whatever. So then that was the first night that I pulled my all-nighter in Vegas. So started at like 7 p.m. Went to Fremont Street. I don't know what time we left. And then we made our way to the news strip. Started going to casinos.
Yeah.
And the high rollers obviously play at the casinos, like over there. So, you know, the dealer started talking to me. I started talking to like random. They're like, "Yo, like you're not gonna make money unless you bet money. Like all this doing the minimum, like
yeah, you
you're
gonna lose the house.
exactly."
Gonna win, yeah.
So, I started just betting big. You know, I started doubling down. I started, you know, like
Splitting,
doing
yeah.
the side bets, stuff like that. And I started winning. I started that night with $200 in my pocket. I left with $1,500 in one night.
Hey.
I mean, it all went.
Show's over. Let's go.
It all went back into Vegas, though. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh, yeah.
Between the drinks, the clubbing.
That's the thing about it.
But that's the thing about Vegas. So I lost minimum every day the whole time I was there $1,000 a day.
Can't be
$1,000
Can't be losing that big, man.
And you know, since then it was like, you know what? I'm gonna stick to what I know. I know how to shop. I know where malls is at. I ain't losing nothing. What I lose, I'm gaining back every time. And I go to Vegas. Where's my ring? I don't even have it on. But it's like this last trip. I got a jeweler out there. Laced me. Crazy.
Shit, I be going to Vegas trying to hit it big. Shit, I'm trying to be one of them lucky motherfuckers that crack something crazy.
But think about
But
that.
yeah, I'm literally
if somebody
not gonna
really
gamble
cracks
this time
something
out.
crazy, how come we don't never hear about it? You'll never hear nothing about that on the news. You'll never hear about anybody hitting any major jackpots.
I wouldn't even
in
want to be on the
casinos
news.
in Vegas.
I wouldn't even
I know
want to be on the
people
news.
personally
though.
that have.
That hit a jackpot, one of those $33 million jackpots off of a machine.
No, I ain't seen none of those.
Never.
They're never that high though.
You crazy.
You're crazy.
I could take you to a Wheel of Fortune machine right there in the Rio. Every year it is higher and higher, and we win $100, $500, $300. I think
3,000 maybe.
yeah, old boy Mike, the fuck is his name? He
Yeah,
won.
depending on the casino on the limit, but even those, like I know it. I met a dude that only does high limit, so he was playing slots at $100 a spin, and his biggest win was 1.7, and he's betting $100 a spin. So regular casinos ain't going up to 33 million. It must be some crazy shit. Normally it's tens of thousands.
I've
It's the
even seen
jackpots.
circus.
20,000, 30,000.
The first time I went to
40,000.
circus, just to take my nephews over there, seeing those machines, I'm like,
Yeah, that's why I stayed with my
not
first
doing
ones.
it. Not doing it. I've never stayed at the circus. That's just trash.
No, I was like 15. I went with my family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're supposed to stay up there.
Yeah.
It was
Got
cool.
the little roller coaster
Right,
inside.
they got the, it was like $20 a night, something
Yeah.
dirty.
Any closing statements?
Oh, no, I appreciate you guys for having me on today.
Thank you for coming.
As y'all see, we got another guest, and you know, she did good. This is the first guest actually came here too that wasn't supposedly headhunting.
It's not the first one. Okay, let's run them down.
All right, starting with Cass, not Cass,
Des?
Dez.
Who were they hunting? Me? Okay.
Okay. Cass and
Dang, y'all about to put
Bianca.
all of them
They
on
were
the list.
hunting.
They were
Yeah,
hunting.
yeah.
They swore they were
Then the
finna come
next
for
girl,
me.
like, she came on because she didn't like something that was said on before.
And she didn't say nothing to me either.
Wanda.
Everybody always say they coming for me, of all people.
Hey, I'm glad. I don't want no smoke.
Come on, bring it. I'm gonna shut your ass down. Realest nigga alive, and back up everything I fucking say. So if you gonna come on here, you better have your statistics ready. You better come with a notepad, a pen, a laptop.
Hey, come with the
something.
screenshots of the DMs he be hitting y'all with. Y'all gonna end them right there.
That don't even happen either.
There's some girl with some crazy DMs to me.
Who?
There gotta be, I'm just saying. Hey, send them to me. Carmine
Yes,
underscore Keith.
Carmine_Keith. Hey, with that, love y'all motherfuckers. Be easy. Hey, get us to 250,
250. Let's go.
and we throwing the merch on the website. Get us to 500, and the boost, man, this shit is comfortable as hell. Like, I don't even wear these enough, but at the same time too, there's a reason I don't wear these like this. It's too much money on your feet. But let's go ahead and do a hype beast out.
Alright, see y'all.